police killing to the marches, to the 110,000 Americans dead from the coronavirus, to the tens of millions now unemployed, there's a growing sense that things are spinning beyond our grasp in this country. This is the scene here in Washington, where the White House has become a fortress, behind new fencing and concrete barriers. In fact, in our latest NBC News Wall Street Journal poll, voters tell us that the country is out of control. Just 15% believe things are currently under control. Still, President Trump's approval rating stands pretty much where it's been for the last 2 years. 45% approve, 53% disapprove. And what does this all mean for November? Well, it remains a very stable election. Joe Biden's lead over President Trump is a very durable 7 points, 49-42. And it's exactly where things stood in our poll 2 months ago. And now both candidates are challenged with facing a moment when an increasingly vocal public is demanding change and declaring that Black Lives Matter.
It may not be in my lifetime, but it may be in these young people's lifetime that racism and injustice will be wiped out.
For nearly 2 weeks, thousands of protesters across the country and around the world have captured a shift in public attitudes on race and policing.
Our ancestors built this ground that we're all standing on. We built this country and we feel like we deserve to be here.
There is a change in mindset that's taking place. A greater recognition that we can do better.
In our poll, majorities of African Americans, Hispanics, and whites all say they are more concerned about the actions of the police in the George Floyd killing than about some protests which have turned violent. Floyd remembered on Saturday at a memorial service in North Carolina where he was born. And Breonna Taylor at a vigil in Louisville, Kentucky. Use of force policies are being re-examined across the country, with new moments of violence caught on camera this week. In Buffalo, New York, a 75-year-old man pushed back by police on Thursday, his head hitting the ground. In New York City, a police officer caught on camera pushing a woman to the ground, another pulling down a man's mask and pepper spraying him in the face. In Philadelphia, a police staff inspector facing aggravated assault charges after hitting a Temple University student with a baton during a confrontation. At the same time, in other cases, protesters have attacked police with rocks and bottles. The president has embraced the idea of military units in the streets of the Capitol.
You have to dominate the streets. You can't let what's happening happen. Go dominate the streets.
We're out here peacefully protesting, but they're armed like they're going to war.
Mr. Trump is hoping to run as a law and order candidate again.
I am your president of law and order.
And is lamenting the chaos he presides over. On Monday, the government used physical force, dispersing peaceful protesters with chemical agents and flash grenades, clearing the way for the president's photo op in front of St. John's Episcopal Church. Prompting criticism from his former defense secretary, James Mattis. Donald Trump is the first president in my lifetime who does not try to unite the American people, does not even pretend to try. Instead, he tries to divide us.
General Mattis's letter was stunning and powerful.
I respect General Mattis that he has every right to express his opinion. That's his opinion.
And these comments from former White House Chief of Staff, John Kelly.
I think we should look at people that are running for office and put them through the filter. What is their character like? What are their ethics? Are they willing, if they're elected, to represent all of their constituents, not just the base?